Imagine waking up every day knowing you are different from everyone else, knowing that people will stare, whisper, or even laugh. Imagine having no arms, no legs, yet choosing to live life with no limits. What would you do? Would you let your circumstances define you? Or would you rise above them and prove that nothing is impossible? This is the story of a man who turned his greatest challenge into his greatest strength. A man who refused to be a victim of his circumstances. A man who inspires millions around the world with his unbreakable spirit. This is the story of Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic was born with tetramilia syndrome, a rare condition that left him without arms and legs. From the moment he came into this world, life was an uphill battle. As a child, he struggled to do the simplest things most of us take for granted. Eating, getting dressed, even moving from one place to another required effort beyond imagination. But the hardest part wasn't the physical struggle, it was the emotional pain. Growing up, Nick felt different, isolated. He was bullied, laughed at, and made to feel like he didn't belong. He often questioned why he had to be born this way. Why him? Why couldn't he just be like everyone else? The pain was unbearable, and at one point, he even thought about ending it all. He couldn't see a future where he could be happy, where he could be successful, where he could be loved. But then something changed. Nick realized that his life had a purpose, that he was meant to be a prisoner of his condition. He made a decision that would change everything. Instead of focusing on what he didn't have, he started focusing on what he did have. A mind that could think, a heart that could love, and a spirit that refused to be broken. He decided that he would not let his limitations define him. He would rise above them. Nick began to push himself beyond what anyone thought was possible. He learned to swim, surf, write, and even play sports all without arms or legs. But his true calling came when he started speaking. He realized that his story, his struggles, and his triumphs could inspire others. He began traveling the world, sharing his journey, reminding people that no obstacle is too great, no challenge too big, and no dream too impossible. The journey was not easy. Imagine standing in front of thousands of people, sharing your deepest pain, your biggest insecurities. But Nick knew that his pain had a purpose. He wanted to reach the hearts of those who felt hopeless, those who had lost faith in themselves, and his words had power. His story touched lives, bringing people to tears, giving them the strength to fight their own battles. At first, it was just a few speeches. Then, the demand grew. More and more people wanted to hear his message. Schools, businesses, churches, stadiums. Nick was everywhere. And with each speech, he changed lives. He gave people hope. He reminded them that life is not about what you lack it. That's about what you make of what you have. But Nick didn't stop at speaking. He became an author, writing books that inspired millions. He built a non-profit organization to help others overcome challenges. He got married, proving that love knows no physical boundaries. He became a father, showing the world that he could provide, protect, and love his family just like anyone else. Today, Nick Vujicic is a world-renowned motivational speaker, best-selling author, entrepreneur, and symbol of hope. He has spoken to millions, stood on some of the biggest stages, and touched hearts across the globe. He has proven that true power comes not from the body, but from the mind and the heart. Nick once said, "If you can't get a miracle, become one." And that's exactly what he did. He became a living, breathing example of resilience, strength, and faith. He showed the world that no challenge is too big, no obstacle too high. That no matter where you come from, no matter what struggles you face, you can rise above them. So, what's stopping you? What challenge is holding you back? Is it fear? Is it self? Is it the belief that you're not good enough? Remember, Nick had every reason to give up, but he chose to keep going. And if he can do it, so can you. Success isn't about having the perfect circumstances. It's about having the right mindset. It's about refusing to quit, refusing to let failure define you, refusing to believe that you are anything less than extraordinary. You have a purpose. You have a gift. And no matter how tough life gets, you have the strength to rise above it. Never let your struggles convince you that you are not meant for greatness. Because if Nick Vujicic can live a life without limits, so if this story inspired you, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Keep believing, keep pushing forward, and never give up, because your greatest victory is waiting for you.